What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, tigerfitness.com. Cardio before or after weights. I'm going to go along with saying it doesn't really matter, and let me explain. When I'm talking about bodybuilder cardio, for the most part, I'm talking about simply burning calories. Bodybuilders, when they do cardio, you have the treadmill, you're at, let's say, 3.0 speed, maybe 2 incline, you're walking. Or for me, I like to take a walk around the block every morning. Before I train, before I go to the gym, I get up, get that fresh air, let that sunlight shine through, and I go for a walk around the block with my dogs. Takes about 20 minutes. Come home, get my pre-workout, get everything ready, go to the gym. Boom. Because with daylight savings, man, I'm getting all kinds of circadian rhythm gains. With the sun coming up, sunlight coming in, vitamin D, all that good stuff. If you're doing high-intensity interval training, if you're doing sprints, if you're jogging, if you're doing anything above what most bodybuilders do, which is low intensity training, which is very slow walking, or even moderate paced walking, there's no reason why you can't do it pre-training. Now, when I say pre-training, I'm not saying do an hour. Like if you're doing an hour of cardio, even then you can do 30 pre and 30 post. You know, I've been known, if I'm like waiting for my training partner, Seamus, to come by, I've been known to just go on the treadmill and walk instead of just sitting in the lobby like I'm lost. You know, I've been known to just walk and answer emails. That's cardio, right? So I'm able to do it. A lot of people are like, no, you must do cardio post weights, or you must do cardio a separate time of the day. And I was watching Mike Israel, and he's like, well, it can negate some of the adaptations to weight training. Mike, let's be real here. Do you really think walking, like let's say you don't have a car and you live in New York City and you're walking back to your apartment from the gym, from Lifetime Fitness down in New York City. I know exactly where that is. And now, hear me out, Mike. You're walking from the gym. You have a 15-minute walk. Do you really think that's going to negate the responses and adaptations from weight training to a degree that anyone should give a fuck? And the answer is no. The answer is no. And if it is yes, that's nitpicky bullshit. You know, humans are meant to walk. We're bipeds. If you get done training and you walk home and that's when you have your post-workout meal, nothing bad's going to happen. Now, if you're going out to a field and you're doing 100 wind sprints at 40 yards each, yeah, it's going to fuck up your training. But if you're simply walking to warm up, if you're simply walking because you're killing time, whatever it is, I honestly don't think that doing cardio pre-training. However, I will put a caveat in there. Don't walk for like an hour or two. And if you're walking on a treadmill for an hour or two, or going on a long hike, like dude, we have a beautiful park across the street from our house, beautiful hiking trails, and we will rock out and we will go hiking. And it's hard. It's an hour and it's uphill and it's downhill and there's rocks and there's this and there's that. And it will mess you up. But if we're talking about normal cardio, which I see people at the gym doing, which is walking on a treadmill yet going nowhere, I really don't think it's anything to worry about. So again, there's nuance to everything. There's no nuance in this world. Cardio pre-workout will kill your gains. Define what cardio you're doing. If you're doing high-intensity interval training, I agree, probably not a good idea. However, the caveat is if you're an athlete or you're a sprinter and you need to do sprint work, that's the main thing you do, then cardio before weight training is probably a good idea. Exos, where I got a lot of my stuff from, they do a lot of their stuff before ESD is last. That's energy system development. That is cardio. But they do their skill work, let's say running routes or whatever your sport may be. They do that before they weight train because it's most important. So you're looking at training, you look at a hierarchy of shit that matters. Okay, if I'm a baseball player, I'm going to have all my resources when I'm the best, I have the most energy reserves. I'm going to put it into hitting. I'm going to put it into throwing. I'm going to put it into fielding. And then I'm going to go lift. If in a perfect world, obviously, if you split it up in the day, that's fine. If it's the same session, I'm going to do all that. However, like if you're after hypertrophy and you're just walking, I don't think it's going to hurt anything. Okay, so obviously it depends on the situation. It's situational. But the nuance is lost. Because everybody's like, oh, no, don't do cardio before training. And I'm not saying you do cardio, but if you're doing bodybuilder cardio, which should be burning calories and walking, getting some steps in, how is that different from walking to the gym? And post-workout, it lessens your adaptations. Like, we know the post-workout anabolic window it exists, but it's far longer than an hour. So unless you're like walking for 2 hours, I don't think it's going to do anything. Now, if you're nitpicky and you're IFBB pro and you're going for Mr. Olympia, all that shit matters. But for the rest of us goobers, for the rest of us dudes who are just trying to get a little bit of muscle, look good in a bathing suit, and look better than the other dudes at the soccer field while our kids are playing, yeah, you're going to be just fucking fine whenever you walk on that goddamn treadmill. Anyway, am I wrong? Am I right? Let me know your thoughts. tigerfitness.com. MTS Way coming back in stock next week. Chocolate, vanilla, cookies and cream, ice cream sandwich. Got blueberry muffin. Got birthday cake. More flavors on the way. We got an outright bar. Tons of flavors. And I believe we have 12 flavors in stock right now. We got Immortal. We're crushing it. We're rocking and rolling. And of course, if you're out and about, go to Sprouts and pick up some of that Ambrosia Planta and the rest line, including No Morbidity, Alchemy, Ember, Kinetic, and Nectar. Crushing it. Go to Vitamin Shop. Get your Planta. Oh my goodness, we got everything. We're rocking and rolling. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell. But above all else, please support tigerfitness.com. Support our retailers who carry Ambrosia and MTS Nutrition. And we really appreciate you. Thanks so much for watching. By the way, I'm on Rumble now, rumble.com/tigerfitness, rumble.com/tigerfitness. No holds barred, man. I have a nightly podcast with Alan Roberts. It is uncensored. It is unreal. Too hot for YouTube. Subscribe to me now, rumble.com/tigerfitness. That's not a game.